Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Kid Icarus Uprising. In the last episode, we felled the Arum Brain after it had taken control of Pyron, rescuing the Sun God himself from the Arum, Shazamity Lamb. In this episode, of course, we're going to be moving out once again, but before we do, I have the super special, awesome, ultra sexy, whatever thing that I want to show at the beginning of this video. I want to click on this camera icon. AR does not stand for action replay, for many people like me who have thought it did. It is augmented reality. For those that do not know, with your Nintendo 3DS, there are a few cards that come with it. You can play some augmented reality games that use the camera and the 3D screen in conjunction with each other. It's kind of nice. And for Kid Icarus Uprising, they released a few sets actually, of augmented reality cards. Over 400 of them, in fact. I have most of them. And there's so much to say about them that I could spend an entire video talking about them. And I plan to. We'll get to that another time. So when you move your cards out onto the screen, it will then make a real-life idol of Pit appear. You might also see that I got 100 hearts for scanning a new card that I've never scanned before. That is your incentive to go out and collect as many cards as you can, as if that was actually possible living in the United States. Yeah. Your 3DS camera is capable of recognizing not one, not two, but 3 augmented reality cards all at the same time. As you see, I was able to get 3 of them to work. If you're having trouble with this, I recommend using a black background, like my desk is, as you see right here, and some good artificial lighting, possibly a desk lamp, just so long as it's not glaring off of the cards. You also can snap pictures of these, so you can take fun little pictures of your favorite Kid Icarus characters, get in the photos yourself, you know, maybe like hold like a little mono eye in your hand and make a goofy face or something stupid like that. That's pretty much it for the picture-taking aspect. As I turn these cards, you can see that they actually turn in real life. If I move my 3DS, they move in relation to where I'm moving. It's as if they're actually sitting on top of the cards, give or take a couple of frames of latency. But what happens if I quite literally make these cards face each other? Quite literally, haha! Welcome to the world of Kid Icarus Uprising AR card battling! You can make cards battle each other to see who would win in a fight. I've always wondered who would win in a fight, Pit or a Mono Eye. Let's check it out. Wow, Pit, you're actually taking... Wow, Pit actually just kinda sorta won that. So, Pit is at least stronger than a Mono Eye, if only by a little bit. What if we gave Pit more of a challenge? I don't know, I could step up to an Octos, I could make him fight a Tortalunk, but that's kinda boring. How about we make him fight the Goddess of Light? Ha ha! Yeah, Pit didn't really stand a chance. How unfortunate. Pretty much does it for now. Like I said, I'm going to make a video about these cards in greater detail at a later point, but for the time being, I think we should, well, get ready to go. As we head into gear, I want to say, don't bother organizing your powers this chapter. Don't worry about powers, they are not helpful to you. On top of that, I recommend that if you're going to equip any weapon at all for this chapter that is special, pick one that you prefer to use in air battles. A weapon that you're good at in land battle isn't really helpful to you in this chapter. You want to pick whatever your best weapon for air battle is. So for that reason, you might want to go orbiters that have a lot of range shots, maybe palms, clubs if you're good with them, you know, depends. You know what, I like Phosphora. A lot of people tell me that they love the Phosphora bow. So how about we use that? I'm a pretty big fan of this weapon as well. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's decent enough. The Phosphora bow has ridiculous homing ability. It finds a point to strike, just like lightning. On top of that, it also has the ability to paralyze foes normally without the need for an ability for it. You also move lightning fast. You see what they're doing there? Yeah, it's a pretty cool weapon. Let's head on out. We have Chapter 18, The Ring of Chaos, up next. Doesn't sound very Underworld Army fighty to me. Let's see what's up. There is a lone intensity gate. It is 6. Prepare for one of my absolute favorite chapters in Kid Icarus Uprising. Let's experience it together. Move out.
Where am I? Lady Palutena? Can you hear me? The last thing I remember is defeating the Arum, but then... Hey, what's that? Is it a ring? My head is all kinds of foggy right now. And why is the name Chaoskin stuck in my brain? Huh? Whoa, what's happening? Either I'm crazy or I'm the ring! I can't just sit around. I have to try to do something. Okay, move! She's moving. I'm moving her. So, I can control anyone who wears this ring? I hope she doesn't mind if I borrow her feet for just a little bit. have to find out what happened. This isn't easy. Feels like I'm wearing a suit of armor. It's too small. Hey! Are those Centurions? That town looks like it's in trouble. Lady Palutena must have sent troops in to help. I'd better head there too and see if there's anything I can do. I hate to put this little girl in danger, but other people in the town might need help. Ugh. Oh, no, 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 no! I guess I'm a dog now. This is getting weirder and weirder. But where'd the little girl go? She must have run off. Anyway, on to the town. I gotta be careful not to drop the ring. So that means no more mouth breathing. And no crazy barking. And no eating delicious garbage off the ground. Not that I would, of course. Hey, that looks like me! Oh man, this can't be happening. Who am I attacking? And who's controlling me? Everything's gone off the rails. Now what am I supposed to do? Take myself down? I guess I don't have a choice. Hey, something smells really good. This new sniffer is really doing its job. Is that garbage? Beef garbage? Man, I am so hungry. Why am I craving garbage? Oh, no, no, no! Stop drooling! Stop drooling! Oh, the slobber's getting the ring all wet. Look, I'm grossing myself out. I can probably move forward if I can get over those narrow walkways. Good thing I'm a dog. I mean, it's not exactly good, but at least I'm small. Magnus? But why is he fighting the Centurions? Magnus! Over here! Aw, you can't hear me. Wait, don't go! You need to tell me what's going on! Hey, hey! How's it going? Listen, you gotta take this ring. Go on, take it. Yes, great! Now put it on your finger. Come on, put it on, put it on! What are you doing? No, 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 no! Pick it back up! Where are you going? Don't go! Don't go! Put the ring on! You can always pawn it. It's a little slobbery, but I'm sure it's worth a lot. Come on, don't make me beg. Please take the ring. Yes! Thank you! Woohoo!
What's that shrill little voice? Wait, are you that angel?
Neat! We can talk to each other.
First you take over my body, and now I have to listen to your yapping? Great!
Don't worry, I'll be super extra careful with your body.
Right. No offense, but why exactly are you in my body instead of your own?
I don't know. Seems like only yesterday when you and I were fighting together.
Yesterday? Try 3 years, buddy.
What? 3 years? That's impossible! You have to tell me what's going on!
How's this for starters? You've become the enemy of all mankind.
What? Stop messing with me!
So this is news to you. Remember the war between the forces of nature, Underworld, and Palutena's army? Just when it seemed like the war was over, everyone in Palutena's army vanished.
Vanished? Where'd we go?
Beats me. But your absence let the Underworld keep attacking us humans. Then you all reappeared. But instead of helping us, you started going after us too. So now we humans have the Underworld and Palutena's army trying to wipe us out. No one knows what happened. Did your goddess just lose her mind?
Don't ask me. I've been a ring. I know I have to do something. There must be some way we can reason with her.
Well, maybe you can. I'm not even sure if she's controlling her own army anymore.
Okay, first things first. That guy attacking the town? That wasn't me.
So, your mind is here, but your body is over there destroying stuff. Isn't that convenient? Tell that to all the people your body just killed.
Look, I didn't exactly plan it this way.
Whether you did or not, there's nothing I can do for you now. You've got my body, so you're going to have to get rid of the other pit. Ironically, that's why I was here in the first place.
Well, if that's our only option, I guess that's the plan.
Careful with my body, though. I'm going to need it later.
Holy information dump! All this has happened in the past 3 years, Pit has no memory of it all, and the arm attack apparently happened that long ago. And now somehow we are in control of Magnus through the being turned into a ring and having him put it on. Can't get much luckier than that if anybody would have put it on. Right here we have a new enemy, Centurion Strongarm. I kind of liked it better when they were on our side, similar to what Pit is saying here. I like how if you look closely, they have like an anime-style tattoo of Palutena on their bicep. That's kind of a funny little detail there that I've always kind of enjoyed. But Magnus. He can only fight using the Magnus Club, which is an incredibly powerful weapon. Next to the charge shot of the Ogre Club and the maximum range charge shot of the Flintlock Staff, it is the most powerful weapon, period. Problem with it is, it has the shortest range of any weapon. This thing is pure melee. You don't have continuous fire like most clubs, and you also do not have your charge shots. Magnus, when you're dashing, will do kicks, which are very good at getting enemies off of you. They tend to do a sweeping motion in front of you, so you can hit multiple enemies at once. They're also kind of, they also can be somewhat used for dodging, so they're very helpful. You want to remember that because on this intensity, they can take out the Centurion Knights from the back, or just Centurions normally, by using that kick. Centurion Strongarms on 6.0 typically take 7 hits to take out, so you can think of this more in number of hits because you're always using the same weapon. So it's kind of nice. And, oh, I hate this electric fence right here. I was meaning to talk about this sooner. These electric fences, you can oftentimes kick into them by accident by just trying to get enemies off of you, and it's really, really frustrating. And speaking of frustrating, well, actually, no, I shouldn't say frustrating right up here because...
Last I knew, Juggernauts were still in the design phase.
Well, they look real enough now.
We started developing them as a defensive measure after the Hydra attack. I never thought they'd be used for evil.
Just stay clear of those stones. One of those would wreck me.
They talk highly of the Juggernauts being very powerful, but as you saw there, I was able to just dodge behind it, no problem. They're kind of a joke, to be honest. You can dodge through them while they're firing at you. There's sometimes where in narrow passages they can be a threat, but most of the time you can just go around them, if not by dodging, by just going through a side path like the one that Centurion Knight was on. But back to Magnus, as we're taking down this other Juggernaut, I want to say, this is something that I've held inside for quite a bit, and I've wanted to talk about for a while. If there is any Kid Icarus character besides Pit himself that deserves to be in Super Smash Bros., it's Magnus. Not only are we getting to control him here, he fights radically different from Pit. This is the second time we've gotten to see him, so he has at least some bearing on the story and is somewhat of an important character that people actually remember and is kind of iconic. And don't lie, from the first time you saw Magnus, you wanted to play as him. Don't lie. Magnus is frigging awesome, and while some might argue that we already have enough swordsmen in Smash Brothers, I feel like Magnus is more of like a bludgeoning blunt type character, so I think that they could at least do something with him. He has a lot of attacks as well. I mean, he has those kicks, he has, you know, dash attacks. It's, yeah. I really need to concentrate here though because I'm getting my ass kicked by these Centurions, putting it very bluntly. Alright, let's deal with this Centurion Knight first. Let's get rid of his shield because we're attacking from the front. There we go. But back on track. Many of you probably have already guessed why this is one of my favorite chapters. It has Magnus' theme, which I've already expressed liking. The beginning is very atmospheric. You have a lot of new enemies. You know, it's all very different. But I gotta say, I give them so much credit for being able to make these characters still have funny moments despite how serious the air is here. A lot of people say that it's not hard to make your story not take itself too seriously. No, it is hard. Being able to make humor in times like this and have it not feel ridiculously out of place is not easy. In fact, what they're talking about here even, if you're reading the subtitles, it's still pretty funny even though what they're talking about is very serious. It's not easy to do, and I give them so much credit for being able to pull that off because it is not easy. Even myself, I've had trouble with that. Doing commentary over serious moments and still trying to be funny at the same time, it's not an easy thing to pull off. Over here, souffle in a hot spring. If you chase after that souffle, you're likely going to miss the hot spring. I recommend taking the health over all else because not only do you get health, but this.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Hot springs don't usually heal humans. You must be having an effect on me.
This is how you enjoy a hot spring. Step 1, breathe deep. Step 2, clear mind.
Okay.
Step 3, remove pants.
Wait, what? No, those are my pants.
Those leather pants probably wouldn't hold up too well in a hot spring, if you know what I mean. If you go the opposite way of the souffle, there is a Zodiac Chamber over this way. In it, you get Ares armor. I'll be going over this later. For the time being, we gotta focus on finding Pitt's body, and there's only one way to go, this long winding path up here. Now, really quick, I just want to say, I apologize if my score's been a little bit inconsistent. It'll continue to do so later on because it took me a couple of recordings to get all the footage that I needed, so it's a little bit inconsistent. But more importantly, we have a tough battle right here. You got a Centurion Strongarm. Soon after, another Centurion Strongarm will spawn. You also have an Archer. And on top of that, you have a Juggernaut at the end of it all. I recommend you get behind the Juggernaut to get safe from the Centurion Strongarm, and you just do damage to both of them with your standing melee attacks. There you go. That is how you do it. Fighting with the Magnus Club is tough to master, but if you can do it, you can pull off some amazing stuff like that. I barely even need this Drink of the Gods. But looks like we're getting close to Pitt's body. Let's head forth.
Hey! That's my body!
We've got to take him down. Without killing him.
You're tough, Magnus, but I'm no slouch either.
You're the only member of Palutena's army who can carry his own weight. Don't even get me started on the Centurions. Yeah, there's a ton of them, but they're all pretty flimsy.
They're grunts. What do you expect? There's no incentive for them to toughen up. They get revived when they die.
What are you talking about? So do you.
Well, yeah, but I can't help it if Lady Palutena has my back.
Starting off this fight with Pitt's body, it fights, well, just like Pitt does. It is using a meteor bow, so for those of you that are familiar with that weapon, you know how to predict it. Just worry about not getting hit and move in for damage when you see an opening.
Now give me back my body!
Okay, let's get this ring on him. Pitt. Come on, wake up.
I'm back in the game!
Well, that did the trick.
Thanks, Magnus.
It was nothing.
There's only one thing. How am I supposed to get back to Skyworld?
Why don't you just fly?
Flying? Getting extracted from battle? That's all Lady Palutena's doing. Lady Palutena! Can you hear me? I need your help! I can't fly without you! Please help me! Please give me the power to fly back to the heavens and back to you!
Guess she must have heard you.
What a relief. Thanks. I missed you, Lady Palutena. I'm so glad you're back to lead me.
Right, about that.
Huh? Veridi?
That's right. I'm the one controlling your flight path.
Really? How is that even possible?
Don't you know? Anything Palutena can do, I can do better. So, do you want my help or not?
Actually, I was just thinking about how nice it would be to fly on my own.
Yeah? Not an option.
Can you please tell me what happened to Lady Palutena?
I'll do you one better. I'll show you. Please fasten your seatbelt. This is a non-stop flight to Skyworld.
Guess I don't really have a choice here.
Nope, not really.
Then I'm all in!
All in to hear Veridi act like an airline stewardess. Who knew Veridi had the power of flight? I can just kind of see Veridi using her goddess powers to pick up Pitt by the wings, having him just dangling by them and just kind of being like, I don't want to help you. In all seriousness, we need her help. We need to get up to Skyworld, and we gotta do it now, confronting the source of the problem. And we're finally getting to use that Phosphor bow. Like I said, use a weapon that you are good at in air battles, because we are not getting to do anything on the ground aside with the Magnus Club. There we go. Got Juggernauts, Juggernauts, and more Juggernauts. We are almost to Skyworld. Let's break through the clouds.
You're approaching Skyworld.
I'm praying that Lady Palutena is all right.
You're praying? To who? You are one confused angel.
What? What happened here? used to be so beautiful.
Look what's become of it. Palutena's gone off the deep end and destroyed Skyworld in the process. She's still fighting the Underworld Army, but she's mankind's enemy now, too.
What about your forces of nature?
Oh, they keep busy. But less so now that the humans are occupied with Palutena.
And to think, I'm so worried about her.
Well, if you're not too busy moping, there's something you should see. Palutena's temple.
It's all beat up.
Well, it's been a while, Pit.
It's like the entire world's been turned upside down. What's going on?
Everything changes, Pit. Even gods. And to be frank, I'm tired of fighting for those ungrateful humans. And I'm especially tired of dealing with you!
No!
You heard her. This is real.
She's being manipulated. Someone else is pulling the strings.
No! You're the only puppet here.
I have to help her. Farini, send me in!
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely!
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Lady Palutena!
Oops, I forgot to mention. Her temple is protected by a force field.
You totally set me up!
Well, there's nothing more we can do here. Come on, Pit.
Everything changes, Pit. Even gods.